Is MobiRich really a great way to make big money by sending and receiving text messages from your phone, or is it a waste of time? My name is Michael and I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online, and many viewers have asked me about this app. So in this MobiRich review, I will explain all the details, the pros and the cons, so you know exactly what to expect. And there are some very important details you need to consider, and I will go over all that in this video. So let's start by going over who can join. And when you go to the MobiRich.io website, you can see that it's an Android application. So it's only something you can do from your Android phone. If you have an iOS device, you cannot earn from this. iOS devices block any kind of app that allows access to this, like things like this, because you need to give access to actually sending and receiving text messages on your behalf. We'll go over more about why that is a little bit later and why you can earn from that. But what you also need to know is that you can join it from more or less all countries. How much you can earn will vary from country to country, but you can download it from more or less all countries if you decide to do it. But please watch this full video first, you know what to expect. But if you then decide, you can go to the website, click this one, give it a try. You will be taken down to a QR code you need to scan with your phone, and then you will be able to download it, because this is not something you can download from the Google Play Store. You need to download it manually through what's called APK, and that's just something you need to be aware of. We will go over later the consequences, potential risks of this a little bit later. But let's now talk more about why you can earn like this and how much you can earn. So there are quite a few apps like this out there, and there are quite good reasons why you can potentially get paid to send and receive text messages like this. It can be a passive way to earn. Let me just make that clear right away. And what I do like is that MobiRich there actually explains it quite nicely. They say that there's different, for example, SMS aggregators or SMS marketing services. They need to test the quality of these SMS delivery when they send them to subscribers from different countries. And therefore, you can get paid to allow them to do that, send these test messages to your phone. And then MobiRich, the app there, will automatically record how quickly and how well the message was delivered, and they can use this for this market research and that is why you can get paid, because this is valuable for them to keep improving that. But how much can you then earn, and is it even safe? Let's go over that next. So they very clearly describe in the FAQ section that here how often you will receive the messages, because that, of course, like how much you will earn will depend on that, and this will depend on the different tests carried out in your country. So there is no guarantee. Maybe you live in a country where there are 0 one day, maybe there's 0 for a week or for a month, or maybe you live in a country where there are 5, 10 per day on average. So how much can you then earn per message? Well, you can earn both from receiving and sending messages. So you see that when you send it, you don't actually really have to do any active things to send it, and when you receive a message, you don't have to do anything or even read it as such. But you see, for each incoming message, you will get 0.02 cent, like euro cent there, and when it goes out, you'll get 0.25 there, so quite a bit more. But overall, they also make it clear, you see, maybe in some countries you can earn up to 50 euros passively by using this per month. So is it then worth giving them access to this to earn? Potentially, there's no guarantee, but the top earners can earn around 50 euros per month. So is it then worth it? So whether it's worth it or not really depends on your personal preferences. I can only share my personal opinion. I have tested hundreds of different ways to make money online. And in general, I'm very careful when it comes to apps that I have to install manually through APK. There are some earning apps that I don't mind doing that for, but I always need to make sure that it's an app that is 100% safe and something that I really want to use before I do anything like that. And when it comes to MobiRich, the reason that I personally have decided not to keep using it is that I first of all don't like that way of installing apps. Secondly, I don't like to give anyone access to sending and receiving text messages on my behalf. Also, they do say what it will be used for, like to send these different SMS marketing services and things like that. Yeah, but I have no idea who are the companies that test this. Am I helping something that I really don't want to help? Some companies might not be 100% no, what you would say, like trustworthy, I can't say, because I don't get any information about who is sending these text messages. And in general, I just don't feel safe about letting some app send and receive text messages on my behalf. But that's just my personal opinion. It doesn't mean you can't earn. You can earn from it, and I know quite a few people that have. My personal opinion is just that it's not something that I will do, and also it really does not give huge earnings anyways. Remember, 50 euros is for the absolute top earners. In many countries you have to be lucky to only earn maybe 2 euros or so. But speaking of actually getting paid, you can get paid in cash via PayPal, so I do like that aspect of it, that they offer to pay in cash. But overall, there just are many other better ways to earn, in my personal experience and opinion. And for example, if you want the best passive income apps, I also have a list of that on my website. I will leave that below. I will also leave a link below to more information I have here on my channel about ways to earn from your phone that I recommend instead. But that doesn't mean you can't earn from MobiRich. You can. It's just not a method that I personally find worth it. But since so many of you have asked, I just wanted to share my opinion and experiences with it, so then you can use that to make your own decision whether you should download this or not. And I hope this video helped you, and if it did, then make sure to hit the like button, and also don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you won't miss out next time I release a video with tips and tricks about different ways to make money online.